welcome back to or welcome to Casey Cooks. If today is your first time, I'm Casey, and today we're going to make fruit pudding cups. So for the ingredients today, you'll need fruit. Any type of fruit you have in your house is totally fine. Today I'm using cherries and bananas. Anything you have in your kitchen is perfectly fine for this recipe. We don't want you to go out to the grocery store, so anything you already have is totally fine. So 2 types of fruit at least. Any type of cookies or wafer cookies is totally fine. Today I'm using vanilla wafers. Any type of pudding, either pudding cups or homemade pudding. Today I have vanilla pudding, but if you like chocolate better or any other type of pudding, you can use that, no issue. Toppings of any kind, so from the last Casey Cooks, this meant chocolate chips, granola, sprinkles. It's the same thing for this one. Anything that you have in your house that you think is sweet or you would want to use as a topping, go ahead and use that. And then whipped topping. So we have some whipped topping here. Or if you don't have whipped topping, you can use ice cream as well. Totally up to the parents and the caregivers in your house. So besides your ingredients, you will also need a butter knife. Before you grab any knives from your kitchen, please ask an adult or caregiver to help you with this recipe so that you're ready to go. You'll also need a mug or a cup of any kind and some spoons to help you with your toppings, as well as a cutting board or plate to cut your fruit. In addition to your ingredients and utensils, please make sure that you have clean hands. As today and always, when we're cooking, we want to make sure that we have clean hands so we're ready to go and touch our food safely. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is cut our fruit. So if you have apples or you have oranges or anything that might be a little difficult to cut, please ask an adult or caregiver to help you cut those fruits ahead of time so that they can help you with this recipe and everyone is safe. So I'll be cutting my bananas and my cherries. Just 1 banana today, but you're welcome to use, like I said, any type of fruit you want, as many fruits as you want, but at least 2 fruits is perfect. So let me peel my banana. So today I'm gonna cut my banana into slices and then have those slices just so that they're easy and bite-sized and safe to eat. There's my banana peel. Gonna cut off some of these bruised pieces. Alright, let's slice them up. Please make sure you do this recipe with an adult or a caregiver and ask for help when you need it. Because we're not doing Casey Cooks live today, I can't answer your questions as you have them, but if you have someone helping you with this recipe, I'm sure they would love to help you in any way they possibly can. So I'm going to have my bananas. Alright, those are good to go. I'm also going to have my cherries, so I only have a couple of cherries, but I'm going to have them today just so that they're also easier. Like I said, you can cut your fruit however you want, totally up to you. You can cube your fruit, you can slice your fruit, anything's possible. Alright, so after you cut your fruit, make sure to set that aside. We're not going to need it right away. The next thing you're going to need is your cookies. So today I have vanilla wafers. Like I said, any cookies you have in your house, animal crackers, literally any type of cookie is totally fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to crumble our cookies. If we were making dessert for the whole family, perhaps we would take the cookies and put them in a plastic bag and then crumble them with a rolling pin. But since it's only us today, I think we're just going to make our cookie crumbles with our hands and our fingers. Alright, so I'm going to empty my cookies out. So you can crumble your cookies any way you want. They don't have to be super tiny, but they should be tiny enough because we're going to use them as a sort of crust for our pudding cups. So you can crush them however you want. Okay, so after you've crumbled your cookies, like I said, we're going to use our crumbles as a little bit of a crust. So you can start by putting a thin layer of cookie crumbles at the bottom of your cup or mug. Not too much because we're going to layer in more as we go on. Just enough to cover the bottom. So I think that is good. Alright, now that we have a crust, we're going to begin to layer. However you choose to layer is completely up to you. Whether you choose to put your pudding next or your fruit next, it's totally your decision. Make sure not to use all of your ingredient, whichever ingredient you choose. We want to layer our ingredients little by little as many times as possible so that when we stick our spoon in at the end, we get the perfect bite of all the ingredients together. So next, I'm going to put my pudding in. And I'm going to put in just enough to cover the cookie crumbles. You can put your pudding in however you choose. Oh, gotta make room on my platform here. All right, it's a little messy, but that's totally okay. And then I'm gonna put in my fruit. So I'm gonna put in my bananas next. Just a little bit, like I said, just to, oh, wrong cup. Just to get them in there. I think I'm gonna save my cherries for the end. Put them on top in true cherry fashion. And then I'm gonna mix in my toppings. So whatever toppings you have is totally fine. Today I have chocolate chips. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of topping on top of my banana there. And then I'm gonna add in my whipped topping, and that's how I'm gonna layer. A little bit of whipped topping. I'm gonna use my spoon to smooth that out. And there you go, you have a layer. And then after that, you just repeat. So you can take your crust, your cookie crumbles, layer them in, however many you choose, just make sure not to use all of it. And then I'm gonna take my fruit, just a little bit of banana. It's okay if you forget which order your layers go in. I think I put in pudding in my first layer, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. However you choose to layer is totally up to you. You can alternate, you can switch it up each time. It doesn't matter. So there's something we say here on Casey Cooks, you can make a mess or a masterpiece or both. It's totally up to you. All right, so I put in pudding, I put in crust, I put in banana. I'm gonna put in some more whipped topping, and then I'll put in some more toppings. Oh, that was a lot. This is a fun dessert for everyone because however it comes out, it will be completely and 100% your creation. And it's creative and it's fun to layer, of course. All right, looks like we have room for one more layer. I really love Casey Cooks at Home because all of you get to keep up in your kitchen at home in real time. And you guys get to be the chefs for your family. And so it's not just Casey Cooks, it's you cook, and it's your show, and you get to have your own cooking show too. So that's awesome. And you know what? If you run out of room in your pudding cup, you can always make a second one. Then you can have 2 pudding cups. Little bit of pudding on top here. We're running out of room. It's completely okay. Put a couple more toppings on top. Sprinkle them on there. I'm gonna add in my last bit of whipped topping. And then I'm gonna add in my cherries. So cherry on top. Just very artistically put them on there. Might add in a little bit of my extra bananas. Just add them in there. And there you go. You have made a fruit pudding cup. So if you're cooking at home, I want to see it. Comment out below on this video and show me how you're cooking or show me your final creation. I want to see how you're making your fruit pudding cups at home. This is mine. And it's okay if yours doesn't look like mine. I still want to see it. So as we're finished up here for our grand masterpiece and we're looking forward to eating it, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in to Casey Cooks today. I'm having so much fun doing Casey Cooks at Home with all of you, cooking with you in your kitchens in real time, and I hope to see you real soon. Mm-hmm.